It says I'm live. So we're going to see just to make sure, because everybody always has the issues with the computers and things not working right. So welcome to NonnasNuttykrafts. How are y'all doing today? I am having a good old day. So let's just make sure it's up and running. Yay, it is. Yay. Oh, I think I shared it to my page twice. Oh my gosh, I'm so funny. Anyway, I just want to welcome you guys to my group, and I hope you guys are enjoying your day today because it's a great day. And it's great day. Great day. Great day. And we're just going to put this over here. We've got to get all the stuff off of here. So just bear with. Just bear with. Gosh. You have to jump through hoops on these computers these days. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Last one. There we go. Done. All right, everyone. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me see if I can make comments here. Hello, hello. Just let me know where you're from. So today I thought we would do something fun. Now I have to apologize for the lights. I shifted my table, and this is the first time I'm using this program since I did that. So now I know I'll need an extra light. But what we're going to do, you're not going to really see me. You're going to see what we're making. And we're going to be making these little cuties today. I thought it'd be fun. Let's just have some fun, right? So I'm going to switch my camera here so that you'll see my table and you'll see what we're going to be making. And it'll be much better in light. All right, there we are. Oop, maybe I can put it up just a little bit. There we go. So now you can see a little bit of this little gingerbread lollipop. Isn't it cute? Now you can make these in any different ways, any size disc that you want. This is a pack of the Dollar Tree ones that you can get. It comes in a pack of 6 of these little discs. They're what are they? Almost, it's 1 inch by 2.8 inches roughly in height. So 2.8 being this way, 1 inch in height this way. But you can get them in any size and do them however you want. So I thought we'd make some lollipops today. So this is one I just finished making a little while ago. And I said, let's have some fun. So I'm going to put that one off to the side. Now, the first thing you have to do is decide the size that you need to come around. Now, you're going to laugh at me. I kept taking this and putting it in and trying different sizes and drawing on my fabric, and I couldn't figure it out. But look what I found. This worked perfectly. It's actually 6.5 inches in diameter. So I use that, and that's what I cut out my disc for. Now, what I did, or the covering the front, I actually put it in there, and I put up the sides before I did it to make sure everything would go up and cover at least to the back, and it did. So I was like, yay me. Now I put it in the center here. What I've also done, you can see I've made these little cuts along here. They're not quite a 1/2 inch. So I've just taken my scissors. Now I left a spot here, and let me take this off. And I've just cut down and I've made little tabs. If you don't make the little tabs and you leave it whole like this, as you're trying to come around the side, what's going to happen, you're going to get, I'm going to see if I can do this. You're going to get all this and it's going to bunch up. It's still going to bunch up on the sides because you can't make this totally flat. Going up on the sides, you can see I have some, the creases here, but you can try to make it as less as possible. All right, so we're going to start this one and we're going to get going. So I am using hot glue here. Now the fabric you can get, you can find it at Joann's, Hobby Lobby, any place that you can find your fabric. You can do it in any color you want. And this is, it's a felt. This is a brown felt. So I'm just going to squeeze a little bit of the glue around the edge, and hopefully without burning myself, I'm just going to pull these up just like that. And I'm going to hold them for a few seconds. All right. And I'm just going to continue going around. Round and round she goes. And I'm trying to pull it tight. But you could see why I didn't want to cut any more than about a quarter of, I don't know, it's not even quite a quarter of an inch down, because you don't want the white of your disc to show. So, and here we go. Now, a lot of people do make these during the holiday season, and they sell them for, you know, I like to sell them because people like to make them into, I like to make them into ornaments. You can use them for wreath attachments, or you can sit a bunch of them. If you don't want to put the stem on them, you can make them like a little cookie that's sitting in the in a bowl. So everybody likes cookies, don't they? All right. So come on and say hello, everybody. Let me know that you're here. And see if I feel it's too bunched up like this, I can come back and I can just pull it up and I'll re-glue it. Put a little bit more glue on there. Pull the one next to it and pull it up just a little bit tighter. And sometimes you can get rid of that, but you do get a lot of glue in your fingers. I do have my happy fingers, but they're in the other room. Lucky me, right? Hello. How are you today, Miss Tina's Doors, Wreaths, and More? Welcome, welcome. All right. So let's go this one here. Just keep going around and around. And don't do your fingers. Do not do your fingers, because that hurts. It really does. All right. So see, this is, if you were to keep this all without it, all this is going to bunch up like this. It's going to bunch up to a point anyway, but we're going to make it as flat as we can. Get my glue stick in there a little more. And I don't use a lot of glue on this. I have my detailed glue gun there because it will melt this. Hi, Linda. Welcome. How are you today? Well, welcome, being our first timer. Love to see some new people in the group. I haven't been active for a little bit. I've been crafting away on some orders, and it's kind of kept me away from the camera for a little bit, but I'm getting back in the show. All right. So see, we're making around. It looks poofy here. We're going to fix all that, so don't worry about that. I didn't think my glue came out. It did. So I work both fingers, both hands. Put that down. I'm glad you're doing well. That's always the best part of life. All right. So now we have our little disc formed. Now what I like to do is I press it down a little bit like this just to help. Now we got all these extra little pieces sitting here, and I got lots of glue sticking in my fingers. So what we're going to do, we're just going to go around and we're going to trim off as much as we can without sticking to your scissors. Probably be best if you just wait a little bit till it cools. Now you can also trim them up. If these were like corners that come in, you can trim up the corners going like this way, flat on it, but we don't have corners because this is a circle. So we're just going to trim it going around just like this. Round and round she goes. You sound chipper. Well, you have to be chipper. I don't think anybody wants to hear somebody that's not so, who's grumpy. Let's see, where is this one? Nope, that one I can cut. There we go. Let's see if we can cut some here too. A few off the top like that. Works fine. All right, and again, I just kind of press it down a little bit just to make it a little bit more flat. Now, to cut the circle that would go in here. I always like to cut it, as you can see. Whoops, I got to flip it around so you can see. I always like to cut it just a little bit bigger than what the circle is. Now, something I used is this, and it makes it easy. Now, you can use a Cricut if you want, but that's up to you. So I chose, by sitting my disc in here, I knew this was almost 3 inches, so I wanted to go a little bit bigger, and I went the 3 1/4 inch on this. And that was just enough. This you can find at Hobby Lobby, maybe even Joann's, I'm not sure. It's the jumbo circles, and it comes in a pack like this. Or you can get it in smaller ones too. So this is large and small. They call this large and small. And this one is called the jumbo circles, the one I just used for this one. Makes your life so much easier, let me say. Now, this may make my life easier too. All right. So now that we have that, we got to do our back. Now, I've already pre-cut these to save some time. And we're going to just stick it on. Now, when I do it, I will go just on the brown. I'm not going to put any glue here because, like I said, the glue will melt in there. So I have 2 glue guns here. I have my regular glue gun, and I also have my detail glue gun. And I'm just going to go not all the way to the edge because I don't want the glue coming out. And, you know, stick my little pad on there and kind of smush it in there. Just like that. All right. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do is trim it. And I just hold it like this. If you want to do it this way and trim it, you can do it whichever way you want. I just go this way, and I have my scissor on a little bit of an angle. And I'm just going to go round and round she goes. And just where I see it peeking out on the edge is where I'm going to go. Or cut, I should say. All right. Now, what I will go back, because I don't like any jaggedy looking edges there. So I will go back and I will go look to make sure it looks nice and smooth and it doesn't look all jaggedy and crazy. Because we don't want a crazy gingerbread, although they are crazy sometimes, I think. All right. So then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my detail glue gun. Now, you can get these detail glue guns online on Amazon, or you can go to Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby has them for $12.99, just FYI. And I'm just going to go just on the edge, just slightly in on the edge, and I'm going to press it down. So see, like these are up because I didn't go to the edge, and we want it to be nice and down, flat on there. So I'm just going to go in just slightly and just squeeze it very lightly. You don't want too much glue because you don't want it seeping out. Lots of glue strings, though. Lots of glue strings. All right, and here we're just going to pick up, and sometimes I can just stick this under just a little. Sometimes I'll pick it up with my finger. If I can't get it under there like this, I can pick up pretty good with my fingers. And this is just going to seal the edges. You don't need so much glue on everything else, and you know, that's in here. You don't need to. Oops, here we go. And then you'll know when you get to the end when you can't do any more of this. And I press it down. Oops, hot glue came out on that one. Oops. I think this is the last spot here. Yep, it is. And then what I'll do is I'll just press it just to make sure it's there. And I'll go back and I'll take my finger just kind of like this and see if there's any place, like if I need to cut it, like I do there. Or if I have to put a little bit more glue anywhere. And good. That's good. Now, to do this, this is a very small rickrack. I got it at Hobby Lobby. This is actually 1/4 inch. Now, you can do this. You can do whatever. If you want to make it look like it's dripping down some icing on it, you could do it that way too. I just thought we would do it this way, because it's probably the easiest for everybody to see. And I see a little piece of glue here. Okay. So I also picked out on this one, I thought we'd do some Let It Snow ribbon. Now, this is from Micheals, but you know, Hobby Lobby's putting stuff out. You can go to, oh, maybe even Walmart. I don't know, because they're kind of getting rid of a lot of their department, their craft departments. I don't know. This heart, it's a garland or a ribbon. I got it at Dollar Tree, but Hobby Lobby also sells it. This is red. There's pink. You can use whatever colors you want. Now for the stem on this, there's different variations on this. The one variation we're going to use today is I've already taken this is a regular skewer. I've already cut it and I'm going to slide it into a straw. I'm going to have it just barely coming, you know, staying in here, and we'll get to that later. So I have this much going into it so it stays sturdy. But they also sell these lollipop sticks. These are from Hobby Lobby. They have them in different colors, or you can get them solid if you want to use one of those instead. You can get a variety. They have a lot of colors of different straws. These are just some that I picked up again from Hobby Lobby. And you can use these making bigger ones or these smaller ones, whatever you want to use them for. It is up to you. We're also going to use some beads today. These are beads or gems, however you want to call it. They're flat on one side, so it makes it a lot easier to glue. And we had some black rope, which probably fell on the floor when I moved everything. Yep, here it is. This comes, oops, sorry, I kicked the camera. This comes on a spool, but I took it off. It really wasn't a spool. I don't know what it was on, actually. And I just made it into a ball. It's just a thin, like, cord. It's a little bit shiny, but you, again, make your smile whatever you want it to be. So we're just going to put that back over there where it should have been. All righty. So let's get going creating. I'm sorry I keep hitting this camera. I'll try not to. It's right next to me. So now this is so thin. You don't need a lot of glue when you're doing this. Okay. I want to make sure this was the one we just did. Little piece of glue sticking out there. So you can go as far as close to the edge or away from the edge. It is totally up to you. I'm going to take a bunch of this, roll it out. And what I'm going to do, this has a little fraying here, so we're going to cut that off. And I'm just going to take a little dab of glue here. Get that little fuzzy off of there. And that's going to be where I start it. Okay. And you just go around and around. Now you got to put glue on it as you go, needless to say, but not a lot because this is so thin. You don't want the glue. You're not going to press hard on this because the glue will come out on the sides. Okay. So you're just going to kind of go around in a circle. See, glue strings everywhere. And let's get this one. Oops, come on, glue. Oops, sorry, I got out of the frame there. My bad. I pulled it too close to me. I just realized that. Sorry, y'all. Just a little dab of glue, a little strip of glue on there. This is tiny. Now you can use bigger rickrack if you want to. You can, if you're, there is a fabric glue, a puff fabric glue that you can use if you want to go that route. And make some ziggly, zaggly lines. It is up to you. But here we go. Round and round. Oop, I hear one of my dogs coming up the stairs. Now the biggest thing is trying to make it a good circle. So that's why I hold it up every now and then to see, because I don't want a straight, like making a square here. When I get close to the end, I'm just going to give it a little bit of an overhang, because that's where this is where we're going to put the bow in the long run. So a little bit of an overhang, that way I know that I got it completely covered. And then we have our circle. Yay. All right. Get this out of the way. Put it up there for now. All right. So now we got to decorate the face. Now, when this one you see, I use blue eyes. You can get like ones that look like real eyes if you want to. I'm just having fun with this and doing crazy little, it's like, when you take the sprinkles and you put the little sprinkles on of different types, that's what I want this to be. So we're just going to have fun. So, and these eyes, we did blue here. Let's see what we can do. Since we have Let It Snow, I don't think I have white eyes. Well, I do. They're in another room. But why don't we do green? We're going to we'll still put a red nose on it. We'll still have our red nose. And let's do green eyes. See if I can find the right size. Here we go. Here's one. Ooh, that looks pretty. I need another one. That the same size? Nope, that's not the same size eye. I have to get the same size. At the same size. Yep, there we go. Isn't that cute? So they don't have to be blue or brown. You can make it whatever. All right, let's close that up before I have beads flying all over the place, because we don't want that. Okay, put that over there. Now for the mouth, all I'm going to do, you can use cord, you can use whatever you want. Hi, Miss Stephanie. How are you? So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to cut. Now, every single mouth doesn't have to be this way. You can make them however you want. You want to make them zigzaggy, whatever. It's have fun. So I'm just going to cut it whatever length. This is a little over, this is about 1.5 inches. So we're going to see if that's the size of the mouth I want. So what I usually do is just kind of fold it in half a little bit like that, and I'll place it on here. And I'll see. And I let the mouth talk to me. Like this one, the mouth is a little bit down and higher up a little bit. And look, it's hard for you to see, but I can see. So we're going to do that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it comes out to be. If I have it more V-shaped, this one, I don't know. What I do is I put the glue on the edge, just a dab of glue. I mean, a light little dab of glue on the edges here. And I'm going to kind of let the mouth speak to me without the glue strings. And without getting burned. Get on there. Okay. I let the glue dry too. Oh, good Lord. I forgot I didn't put the eyes on. Let's do that. How funny, Carolynne. You're hysterical. It's always a blooper. Where I'm going to put the bow off to the side. I think I'm going to make this one off to the opposite side of what I did this one. Why? Because I can. Why not? So let's put the eyes on. A little dab of glue. Little dab of glue. Oh, there goes the red bead. I'll tell you what, when you lose these on the floor, holy moly. Finding them, need a bloodhound, because they are too hard to find. Too hard. That would have been better, because now I can put my mouth on. So this is easy enough just to peel off the glue that I had put on there already. Oop, let me get back in frame. So let's start with one side. Put it about there. Dab it. There we go. I keep coming out of frame. My bad. And we'll bring this one up on this side. Just like that. So we have a mouth. And I'm going to still use the red hearts on this one. I have pink ones, but I don't have any like white ones. So all I'm doing on this is I'm just cutting. There's a little tab in between them to hold them together. I don't know if you can see that. That's what connects them. So I'm just cutting it off. Is all I'm doing. Now you can use whatever. If you want to use beads on there, put beads on there instead. That's fine. This is whatever you want it to be. Put a little dab of glue on here. And then we're going to stick it on his cheek. And the same on this one. Cut off that little edge there. Now one side is shinier than the other, so I have to make sure I put the glue on the right side, because that wouldn't be fun. All right, there we go. See, I'm just putting a little dab in the middle. We can go back and fill in the glue and the gaps on this. So press it down. That's his little face. So it's raised up here. So I'm just going to put a little dab of glue so that I can press down on that. I'm not putting any glue in the middle of his mouth. Because it's so tiny. It's not like his mouth is going to go flying up in the air. There is a little piece of glue that is coming out. There we go. All right. Oh, let me get it over here now. I usually have my little tiny scissors in here. And I forgot to bring them in. All right. So there we go. We got it going. So let's make a bow. This is the easiest bow to make, y'all. Easy peasy. Doesn't need any bow maker to make it. Where did I take the ribbon off of? Here we go. We're just going to take it. I'm going to make it that big. However big you want to make it. And what I'm going to do is just take the bow, just like this. Fold it like that. Fold it like that. Can't get any easier than that, y'all. And then I'll just push it around to get it relatively even. I keep all my little extra pipe cleaners. People think I'm probably crazy, but this is all I need for this. It's just this little bitty pipe cleaner. And I'm just going to hold it and twist it around. Look at our little bow. The excess in the back, once I've twisted it, I only need a little knob of it. And then because I don't need this sticking up, what I do is I just press it down. Now I'm going to trim these just on an angle, just like this. And do the same on this side. Oops, opposite. Let me turn it upside down so I do it right. There we go. And that's our bow. That's one of our bows. And that little bow is going to go right up there in her hair. See? How cute. So let's go ahead and we can stick that little piece on there. I press it in just to make sure that, whoops, don't stick to me. the pipe cleaner was that it wasn't, that it was really pressed down good. All right, so now we get a sticker skewer in there. So what I like to do is, that's fine. I'm going to find where my center of my mouth and my nose are, and I'm just going to follow down to about the center of this. Okay. And I'm just going to take my corn skewer, just a skewer, and I'm going to push it in just like that, just a little bit. Now you saw that I did, this was part of a skewer already, and I cut it. So the part that I cut here is the part I'm going to put up in here. I'm going to put a little glue on it first. Got to have our glue. Just like that. Put it in the hole. And I wanted it up enough, oops, wrong piece, to make sure that it's going to be up there good. I can put it up a little bit more. Now this is the part of the straw I had cut from the other one. Perfect. Now in order to get this stay, I put a little dab of glue at the bottom, and that will hold the skewer in place. Or the straw in place, I should say, so that the straw doesn't slide down off the skewer. And that's all I'm going to do with that. Now we're going to make another bow because I want to put another bow there. So we're going to do the same technique. I have another piece of my pipe cleaner right here, and I'm just going to do the same thing I just did. I'm just going to cut it off. Well, I'll make it first, then I'll cut it. Now you can make it the same size. You can make it bigger. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. It's your creation. Just have fun with it. So all I did was make a loop just like that. And I took the other one like that. Now, if you want to do something even more simpler, you can take it and you can glue it just like that. So you form a ring and press down if you just want a bow like that. It wouldn't have any of these little tails hanging, but if you want a bow just like that, it's really up to you. But we're going to make one with a little bit of tails. Tails is this part that hangs down. This is, of course, the loop. That's all we're going to do. And again, we're going to take our pipe cleaner, squish it in there. I usually like to hold it down like this, just to make it easy for me to make it tighter. Twist it. And then I have my bow. Perfect. Go ahead and cut it just like that. Cut this one just like that. Cut the excess of the pipe cleaner off here. And the reason why I twist it like the way I do is because it makes it nice and tight in here, so you don't have to worry about it coming apart. All right, there's a little bow. Now you can do it if you want the pipe cleaner longer, and you can wrap it around here if you want. But then if you do that, you got to make sure you bring it back to the front so that it doesn't hurt anybody's finger. I just like to do it this way because for me, it saves anybody from getting hurt. And this is a small enough project. I don't need all that pipe cleaner going around. Let's look at that little piece of glue sticking out there. Wish I had my little scissors here. I'll have to get it later. All right, so now we have its bow tie. So I want to put a little something on there. You can put beads. I did on this one. I used the red beads on this one. You can put gems. You can put things that look like holly leaves. You can get like little sticker things from Hobby Lobby. They sell a lot of them. I'm just going to use the same little beads here. And I could do red. I could do white. We could do green. You could pick up its eye color and just put a little green one up there, but I don't like the green. I think we'll do red. Because the idea is to let it speak to you not used, taking charge over it. Not it taking charge. The color, that is. Yeah, this one's fine. So I'm just going to stick that right on top, right like that. And find another little bitty one. And just like that. Oops. All these glue strings, I'll tell you. It's like you feel like you're walking into a cobweb all the time. Move that out of the way. And there you have your little ghost. Your little lollipop. That's because I said cobwebs. Another cobweb. And there they are. See how easy that is? We didn't take very long to make these at all, this one. But you can make them, and again, any color brown felt. You can use foam sheets if you want to. The foam sheets are kind of hard to bend around. You would still have to slice it like we did this. But even having this, when you think of having cookies aren't perfect around the edges. They have little wrinkles. They're jaggedy. And that's what makes them so cute. So we have a blue-eyed and a green-eyed. And we can make as many as we want, different colors that we want. So this is just a fun little project. So I hope you guys like it. And I'll see you next time, because I don't know what we're going to do next time. I don't know. We'd have to find out, wouldn't we? We'll have to see. So thanks for coming to NonnasNuttykrafts and making some lollipop gingerbreads with me. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.